Hello, everyone. I'm Bobby Vaughn, and my thesis is on the effect of a carbon tax on renewable energy production. So, what is a carbon tax? Well, a carbon tax is a popular climate change mitigation policy. It's been written about extensively in papers, but it's only one of the possible things we can do. There's emission trading, higher transportation fuel standards, and subsidies for renewable energy. Now, a carbon tax is a type of Pigouvian tax meant to internalize the social and environmental costs of emitting fossil fuels. They've been shown to reduce greenhouse gas emissions in theory and empirically, but it is unclear if those reductions are primarily coming from improvements in energy efficiency or transitioning to renewable sources. Now, I borrowed my model from another paper that compared the effect of a carbon tax on per capita emissions. Many of my parameters are the same. They used a difference in difference model, as am I. I'm also borrowing the same time periods and the same countries. So the treatment group are all 5 Nordic countries, as you can see here with my mouse. And the control group are the remaining EU countries that have not implemented a carbon tax at a later time. The notable exceptions, Germany, Italy, and the UK, all implemented a carbon tax at a later time and were therefore excluded from the group. So, I have 3 measures for renewable energy production. The first is pure kilowatt hours, but I've taken the log of it because of the extraordinarily high numbers. The second is renewable energy as a percent of total energy produced. And the third is a combination of renewable, hydroelectric, and nuclear energy as a percent of total. It is basically all non-fossil fuel sources. To the right, you can see the control variables. Energy intensity, for those that don't know, is the amount of energy needed for a given unit of GDP. And CO2 intensity is the amount of CO2 emissions for a given amount of energy. So you have CO2 emissions for a given amount of energy, and then you have energy intensity, which measures the amount of energy for a given unit of GDP. An example of energy intensity would be refrigerators. Modern refrigerators consume much less electricity than those built 30 years ago. Same thing with computer screens. And Brent crude oil is an energy exchange market in Northern Europe, and it is a good indicator for oil prices. My results are surprising. As you can see, the interaction variable, DID, is not significant in any of the models. Some possible explanations for this include the sample size not being large enough. I was unable to incorporate other countries that had a carbon tax at a later period. So future research could be done to include Germany, Italy, and the UK if you can have varying treatment periods. Also, some countries just did not change their behavior at all. Norway gets 99% of its electricity from hydroelectric and is a major oil exporter. I'm also unable to incorporate tax exemptions. So every treatment country has exemptions for energy-intensive industries. And Norway forgives carbon taxes on oil exports to nations without a carbon tax, so they can maintain competitiveness. What this means is a carbon tax does not lead to faster adoption of renewable energy sources. And if policymakers wish to increase renewable energy production, then a carbon tax alone is insufficient. So that's all. I look forward to hearing from you later in the comments. Thank you, and have a great day.